what's up everyone? This is Gabriel from jjcrespomusic.com, and in today's quick lesson I'm going to be talking about a substitution chord that you can use in place of the typical 5 chord, which is a dominant 7th chord, when you're going back to 1. In place of your traditional 5 chord, which is a dominant 7th chord, or that blues sounding chord that we've talked about before, you can use a Sus5 chord, otherwise known as an 11th chord. So if I'm in the key of F major, my 5 chord would be a C7, so I could do a C11th chord, which is basically a B flat major triad in my right hand and a C bass in the left hand. You can hear this sound in a lot of classic R&B tunes like Rock With You by Michael Jackson or Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. Check it out. Now let's get into how do we find this voicing. Okay, it's really simple. So I'm going to try it out in a totally different key so I can walk you through the basics. Okay, for this next example, I'm going to be in the key of A major, okay? So again, I'm going to need to know my A major scale and that there are 3 sharps, okay? C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. That's super important. Practice your scales because you're going to use them all throughout music theory, your songwriting, and also chord substitutions. But for now, we're going to assume that we know the A major scale and we know our chords. So my 5 chord, if I go 5 notes up the major scale, is going to be E. Now, I could use a traditional E7 and resolve it back to my 1 chord as a major 7, A major 7, or I could use this Sus5 chord. Now, the Sus5 chord voicing is super easy if I understand 2 things. 1, I want to maintain the 5 of the key that I'm in as my bass note, which is going to be E, in my left hand, and then I want a major triad a whole step below what would normally be that triad. So if it's E, I'm going to now use the major triad of D major. So it's going to be a D major triad, or otherwise known as a D over E. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video.